This is the great stupa at Sanchi, first built by Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BCE to spread the message of Buddhism. And yet, you will notice something unusual. There are no statues of Buddha in the original structure. Why? Buddhism is sometimes called an atheistic religion. During his lifetime, Buddha never called himself God, and he did not speak of praying to gods either. He just emphasized living a righteous life. So his earliest followers saw him as an enlightened teacher and never worshipped his image. In fact, for centuries after Buddha's death, it was forbidden to create idols or images of Buddha. So sculptors of the time used symbols to represent Buddha. You will see many such symbols here. This sculpture shows Prince Siddhartha leaving the palace. You see a beautifully carved horse leaving the palace gates with attendants. But there is no prince. That invisible rider is the Buddha. The absence itself is the clue. Here's another one. This sculpture represents Buddha's first sermon at Sarnath. But what you actually see is a wheel flanked by deer. Because Buddha's first sermon was at the deer park in Sarnath. The wheel symbolizes the eightfold path that Buddha advocated. Then you have this, a throne placed beneath a Bodhi tree. It represents Buddha attaining enlightenment under a Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya. For Buddhists, that empty seat marks the most important moment in history. You can also see sculptures of stupas on the stupa gateways. Those stupas are also representations of the Buddha. After all, the stupas were originally holding places for Buddha's relics. So when did Buddha first start being represented in a human form? Only in the 1st or 2nd century CE. Over 300 years after the stupa was originally built. Those images were first created by the Gandhara artists in what is present-day Kandahar region of Afghanistan. In the 2nd and 1st centuries BCE, that region was ruled by the Indo-Greek kings. So the earliest images of Buddha were deeply influenced by Greco-Roman art. Around the same time, images of Buddha also independently evolved around Mathura, giving the form a distinctly Indian identity. Later, as Buddhism spread to East and Southeast Asia, these images blended with local aesthetics to create regionally distinctive Buddhas.